I mean, I was just going through your profile early on during 1994. You have started your career as a chemical technologist, that's what it says, and then you moved on to a journalist role. So what pivoted the shift? Why a shift from a chemical technology role to a
So
journalist?
thank you for having me, Diljit. I think it's a lovely initiative, Sangam, and I think great things lie ahead.
Great.
And nice of you to say that this would be an inspiration for, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what I know.
Yeah.
So 94, you're right. I had just completed, in fact, 93, I completed a degree in chemical technology from Mumbai University, that with specialization in pharmaceuticals and fine chemicals.
Wow.
Fine chemicals, as you know, are chemicals made in very small quantities, which are highly pure. They have a wide range of uses. So that's a big industry in India. So the job market was fairly good. I got into a company which was producing vitamin B12 by fermentation. So I was on the shop floor production guy. I have to say, not very suited to that, as I discovered. I mean, it went okay. I did 1 year there.
Why did you take it up? I mean, why did you take chemical? I mean, any specific
reason? At that
reason?
age, I was very unsure of myself. I was always writing. But okay, it's a bit embarrassing to say, but chemistry marks in 12th were good. So I studied chemistry, then I studied chemical technology.
Okay.
Just drifted into it, frankly.
Okay.
And as I realized it wasn't my calling, what is your calling takes a while to find out. For some people, they're very clear from day one. I'm sure a guy like you would have known
Not
from
really.
the beginning.
I think everybody discovers it on the way.
Takes a while, yeah. No, but you have a tech inclination, which I didn't have a clear inclination other than writing.
Okay.
But at that point, career in journalism wasn't the first thing that struck me. So I worked for a year here, 94. And in this, few interesting things about this place, as in you would do these 16-hour shifts sometimes.
Wow.
So the normal shift is 8 hours on the production floor. You're supervising, so-called supervising people much older than you, etc. So you're learning on the job.
Okay.
Then you go to the gate, your reliever doesn't come. So then you change back into your work clothes, uniform, go back and work for another 8 hours.
Okay.
And it so happened that twice 2 relievers did not come. So after 8 hours, the guy did not come. After 16 hours, the guy did not come. So you do a 24-hour shift.
Wow.
That happened twice.
So what's the role here? I mean, just for somebody who doesn't know anything about chemical, this one.
So chemical production is essentially at that level, trainee, management trainee, technical trainee level, is you are put under a senior in a shift. And the two of you basically run that shift. So there are workmen, there are technicians. In our case, we were producing vitamin B12 from fermentation.
Okay.
So it's a detailed, it's an American patented process, which was owned by Merck Sharp and Dohme originally, and then inherited by the Indian owners. So basically, you make the drug, purify it, and then it's ready for formulation. So we did the bulk drug. So it's essentially seeing that everything goes as per SOP.
Okay.
Very close to the hearts of people like you. Very process oriented.
Good.
But it took it didn't rock my boat.
Of course.
Yeah. So 1 year down the line, I saw an ad for somebody showed me an ad for Marico, actually a sales role in Marico. But I didn't even see that ad. Below that ad, there was an ad for the Economic Times on the desk, the desk editor, I think it said. So I went there, I took a test, and after that I joined them and I stayed there for six